Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Julia and this is the weekly tarot check-in. Before I dive in, I would like to emphasize some important things. First and foremost, this is going to be a general collective forecast. It means that it is about general situations at a collective level and how they are going to be translated to your own life. It can be very individual. Second, this is not about fortune telling. The future is not set in stone, but it is being created right here, right now, based on your current state of consciousness. And tarot helps us to reveal these things. It helps us to reveal what's in the air, what is the quality of time, and what are the common main topics and possibilities at this point. And this way, it also empowers us to be the creator of our own lives. Okay. Another important thing to emphasize is that all what you are going to see and hear here is, of course, filtered by my knowledge. It reflects my current state of knowledge and consciousness. So I encourage you to pick up what resonates with you and take what feels all right. All right, I think I have mentioned everything that had to be mentioned, so now we can get started. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this week is going to be again about change. It is being signified by the reversed death card, completed by a Nine of Cups. The Death card in an upright position is all about change and transformation. It signifies the end, the natural end of a cycle, and also a restart, a rebirth. And therefore, it is one of the most positive cards in the whole tarot deck, if you ask me. However, if it is reversed, we can assume that this energy, this renewal, this rebirth is being blocked by something. And given that it is paired by the Nine of Cups, I assume that it is blocked by our own state of mind. Again, maybe you remember that last week we had a very similar message in this very same column. It was last week also about the inability to move on and being too much stuck in a position. This is reflected here again with the Nine of Cups reversed, because what we see here is a situation where we are sitting too content, too comfortably in our own castle, and for whatever reason we are not ready to move on. So again, putting together the next week ahead is going to be all about the necessity of change and the importance of getting out of our comfort zone and being able to move on. Okay, let's see what are the risks and potentials. What we see here is a reversed Magician paired by a Five of Wands. Let me start with the Magician, which is in the normal position all about creation. It reflects a very, very strong and very potent masculine impulse of creation. The Magician is someone who is one with himself and who is one with life. And being connected to heaven, he is able to manifest wonderful things in earth by drawing upon his inner skills. So it's all about the creator within. However, it is reversed, and this way we can assume that this creative power is out of balance again, or being blocked for some reason. It can be that we are creating in an unconscious way, so or maybe even in a destructive way, creating undesirable outcomes and situations. And if I go even farther, I could even say that I can consider this guy here as a kind of a victim, who is at the end of the way is the victim of his own, right? Because he has forgotten that he has the creative power, and everything that he sees around is actually a reflection of his or her or inner state of mind. This is completed here by a 5 of Wands. And normally the 5 of Wands could be also interpreted as a playful, competitive situation where we have arguments, and it can be also very constructive. But given that it is completing a reverse magician, I would rather tend to say that it is about conflict. Or going one step further, these two cards together can also refer to an inner conflict, right? So being conflict with ourselves, because at the end of the day, we are always struggling with ourselves, and this way, consciously or unconsciously, we are creating undesirable outcomes and situations in our lives. Okay, last but not least, let's take a look at the advice. And what we see here is also very interesting because it refers to change again. We have here number 20 from the major arcana, which is the Judgment. And the Judgment is all about change and ending of a cycle again. After this card, only one card is coming, and this is number 21, the Word. And then the whole cycle starts again. So the Judgment card refers again the necessity of change and death, what we have seen here. And in order to revive, in order to make this rebirth here possible, what we have to do is a kind of inner reflection process. So we have to take a look at ourselves. We have to take a look at our own lives and see the different experiences, to see the patterns, to see the stories, and find peace with them by finding their meaning, right? So this card invites us to do this absolution and integration work, where we take a look at the stories of our lives and see, okay, first and foremost, how did I created them? Was I the conscious or an unconscious creator? Because the outcome is always, it can be always, it's always about our own attitude, right? We are always creating our own realities. And it is also about, again, finding peace with what have happened by figuring out and seeing the value in it, by seeing the lessons. So it may be worth of asking questions like, okay, all what has happened, maybe it sucked, but in what way did it serve me? In what way did it help me to improve? So what are the lessons and what is the value in all of it? Because if we are able to do so, we can find peace with that. We can put together the integrated big picture, and this way we are going to be able to release the past, to let go of what doesn't serve us anymore, and prepare the death in order to be able to revive. This card and this message is being completed wonderfully by a Queen of Coins, which is all about material value and Mother Earth, I could say. And putting these two cards together, I would say that yes, it is a wonderful invitation to redefine again what is the real value, and it is also a beautiful invitation to rethink and redefine our very own relation to material things and again value in general. And last but not least, I could also interpret the Queen of Coins reversed as a very simple invitation to reconnect to Mother Nature in whatever form. The easiest way, for example, is just to go out and take a walk in nature, which, by the way, is also a great way of meditation and reflection. And this way, it can support this self-reflection process in a wonderful way. Okay, let me wrap this up quickly, and in order to do so, I would like to show you the whole constellation as always. Let me see how I can adjust this. Okay, so I hope this works like this. Okay, so again, during the next week ahead, change is going to be an important topic, and it is going to be again about leaving our comfort zone in order to be able to move on and prepare that, so change, transformation, and rebirth. It is going to be advisable to pay attention to how we are creating situations with undesirable outcomes that maybe may even lead to inner or outer conflicts, right? So please pay attention to this. And last but not least, we have here an invitation to think about our lives, to think about our own roles in creating our own reality. And again, we have here a beautiful invitation to putting the big story together and integrating everything into the big picture, because this is what is going to help us again prepare the transformation and this way the rebirth. Okay, I think this is a beautiful ending word. So yeah, this was all for now. I hope that you have found it helpful. Again, take away what resonates with you. I wish you a wonderful week ahead. I wish you that you are able to move on and yeah, prepare the transformation that is coming, whether you like or not. See you next week. Stay tuned and stay healthy. Thank you very much for your attention. Ciao.